And welcome to CAPIC onboarding session, where we present member services and invite active members to share their view on CAPIC membership value. My name is Anna Loginova, and I'm CAPIC's membership coordinator. Most likely, we already talked on the phone or exchanged emails in the last couple of months during the application process. I assist members through all stages of membership journey. My responsibilities also include monitoring and measuring member satisfaction and retention, as well as recruitment efforts. Okay, so your CAPIC Connect profile, once you log in, this is a dashboard, and this is your center to access basically any service that CAPIC provides and manage your profile and change your membership preference and so on. So the first thing I want to show some basic but necessary things that you need to know. If you click on security settings, you can always change your password, and we also have option of two-factor authentication, which is actually required and must have for some services. For example, for EPP, you must have it activated. So if we go to my profile, let's look at your member profile. So just a reminder, if you need to change your name or if you need to change main email, you see it's grayed out, so you cannot change that yourself. You need to come to CAPIC, you contact us, and we change it for you. Everything else in your control on personal information tab, you can update it at any time. If you go to professional information tab, again, with the license, regarding license information, the CACC license information, you cannot change that. You need to contact CAPIC, and we will update it for you based on the support and documentation. Everything else you can update at any time. And I want to bring your attention to a couple of points on this tab. Membership confirmation, which is membership renewals. If you would like to have installments, this option is available, and that's where you set it up. So when you join, you have to pay full fees, and then for the following year, you can choose either no installments, which is one option, and the other two options, 2 installments with due days on June 1st and December 1st, or 3 installments, 3 equal installments with due days on June 1st, September 1st, and December 1st. So if you would like to set it up for the next June, you can do so from your profile at any time. If you're interested in volunteering, that's also an area where you can sign up. Once you select I'm interested in volunteering and save your professional information, and if we go and if we just refresh the screen, you see that there is another tab appeared. So you have volunteer enrollment option now, and you can look at all the options and complete the forms and provide documentation if you're interested. So again, don't hesitate to leave it until you have experience or until you think you're ready. Volunteering is very important, and you benefit from that immensely. The best way to learn is to share information. So please take a look. You can just not complete it, but you can take a look at the review, what options are offered under committees, subject matter expert and working group, what kind of volunteers we are looking for currently. So let's go back to professional information tab. So at the bottom of that tab, you can see that you will notice there's a referral information. So if you mention somebody who referred you, you will have that information here. And the most important from now on, if you refer somebody to CAPIC and they join and their application is approved, that's where you will see your discount, referral discount approved and recorded here. So right now it says regular 10 discount expired, but if it's active, if you have somebody who you referred and it's approved, it will say will apply on the next renewal. And just keep a notice that right now referral discount is 50%. So you need to refer only 2 members to get your membership for free. It's very important. This is the way to appreciate you spreading the word and working on promoting CAPIC. And also it's important as to, with the recent growth of RCIC number, to gain majority so we can gain our voice and be influential on all these levels of advocacy. So the next tab under profile, email preferences, you can update which email you would like to receive notification from CAPIC, and you can narrow it down for the topics that you're interested in. So let's go back to the dashboard and go to membership status. So once you click on membership status, you see your current subscription, what membership package you selected when you applied. And keep in mind, you can always upgrade. If you have regular package, you can upgrade to gold at any time. You will be charged prorated difference, or you can downgrade if you got gold package. Early confirmation is for renewals. We usually have promotions, so you can save a little bit if you process your renewal payment early. And resignation is for those who decide to discontinue their membership for any reason. It could be changing your professional status if your license is no longer active, you're taking a break, or for any other reason. Your resignation is available, so you click resignation button and follow the steps. Just make sure if it's outside of your professional status change, if your license is still active and it's any other reason, you have to submit your resignation 90 days prior to renewal. So by March 2nd, if you would like to resign for the following year. So let's go back to the dashboard, and I just want to show you a couple of more items. So if you go to membership, you can see that you can print your membership certificate, display it on the website, or print it for your office. So don't forget to print your membership certificate for the display. And another area I want to show you right now is My Invoices. So if you click on My Invoices, it shows you invoices for any purchases or activities, including free seminars as well. And each invoice, if you click on it, it's available to print in PDF format at any time. You can use it as a confirmation or as your tax document and so on. So I think that's concludes the area on profile and how to manage your settings. If you have any questions, let's see if you have any questions. You can ask. Well, first of all, you can turn on your camera and just start speaking. And let me see if we have anything in the chat. Yeah, there's a question about referral discount. Will the person who has been referred get any discount? That's an interesting question. So again, it's extremely important area to grow and gain that majority of our CICs again to be. So we're looking at that. The only thing I can say that if the person who you're referring to is a new RCIC, so they received their license within last 2 years, most likely they won't have any additional discount. So they already getting 50% off regular package. Instead of 410, they paying 205, and this new RCIC discount is applicable to their first 3 years of membership with CAPIC. But in regards to not new RCICs, please stay tuned for the updates if we will provide any referral discount to the people who you refer. If we register as students, how long will our registration be valid for? Do we need to acquire a gold membership for the year 2023 if not licensed yet? Okay, so the student membership has only one package, one option, and if you got it discounted, it could be 50% of 99 regular rate or free for some promotion with Queens that we've done. But there's no gold package for student membership, and once you obtain your license, you must advise CAPIC because you cannot stay a student member, and we update you to registered membership. And then after obtaining your license and having registered membership, then you can choose if you're gonna go with regular package, which is discounted for new members at 50% for the first 3 years, or you're gonna choose gold package. So no changes to your package of student until you receive your license. Okay, I think that's all the questions for this section. If you have any further question, if you think of anything, oh, just another one pops up. Let's do this one last. I am a new RCIC waiting for my license. Can I move to regular package and get the 50%? Yes, so once the license is confirmed, we usually require the first page of your letter of acceptance. Make sure you black out any access codes. And once we receive that, we will upgrade you to regular registered membership. And again, you can take advantage of 50% starting that point. All right. Thank you for your questions. Let me just stop sharing. And so now we move into the next item on the agenda. Education and practical knowledge is the top differentiator in this industry, immigration consulting business. So this is why CAPIC has been delivering stellar continuing education program and networking events since its inception. So it is my pleasure to introduce CAPIC's legendary education and event team, Monica O'Brien, Lucia Hoggart, and Corbin Peter. Welcome, guys.
Hi, everybody. How are you?
Hello, everyone.
Maybe I'll ask Corbin and Lucia to turn on the cameras. So when I do these, I would love if you put your cameras on because it's so nice for me to talk to you directly. You don't have to, we get that, but it's so nice if you put your camera on so we can see and meet you. Some of you I recognize the names. The other thing is in the chat, if you could tell me 3 things. 1, where you are today. Are you in Toronto, Vancouver, Nunavut, or Bulgaria like Petya? 2, tell me where you are in terms of your license. Are you a student? Have you just got your license, or are you 2 years in? And 3, tell us a fun fact about yourself, something that we would know. Are you a singer? Are you a dancer? Do you play the piano? Do you have 29 kids? Maybe that's something they want to. So let's get a little bit of that interactivity there. So 1, where are you today? 2, where are you in your licensing? And 3, a little fun fact. I am just outside Toronto. I've been an immigration consultant for 25 years. And a fun fact for me is I like to play hockey, and I play on 2 hockey teams. So, and I'm going to challenge our staff to do the same thing. Tell us a fun fact about yourself and where you are today. So hello and welcome. It is a pleasure to meet you, as noted. And thank you, Anna, for that wonderful introduction. And thank you, Petya, for all those wonderful comments about CAPIC. As noted, my name is Monica O'Brien, and as of September 1st, I have a new title, but I've been doing these tasks for a long time, Manager Education and Stakeholder Engagement. Like you, I'm an immigration consultant, or if you're just about to become one soon. So I welcome you to the profession, and I welcome you to CAPIC. A little bit backstory about me. I worked for my mom for many years, who was a former immigration officer. I volunteered for CAPIC since inception, so don't even ask me how old I am. And as my mom was downsizing, I was sort of looking for new job opportunities. It's all about those networking and connections. And I was asked to come in-house, and I thought about it, and I said yes, and here I am, 7 years in as an employee. I keep a handful of clients to keep myself fresh, and I do opinions and submission reviews for colleagues from time to time. It keeps me sharp on my game, because really my big portion of my job here at CAPIC is to plan CPD seminars, webinars, workshops, cafes, you name it. Anything that's around education will sort of flow through my area. And of course, we have a national conference. And added to that, I've got the policy and stakeholder engagement. But on the education side, I don't do this alone. Never alone. I do this with a marvelous in-house team. Most of who you see, many of them around the call today. And I do it with an amazing education and training committee who represent you, the member. So we have maybe 8 or 9 people on a committee, and we meet several times a year. And part of that is brainstorming. It's about new ideas. It's about telling us what we need to do and what we need to plan. And along with that, we look at the industry itself. We see what's changing, what's new. Do we need to put together a quick seminar on X because something's so relevant for us? So that's basically in terms of how we plan our education. We take the suggested input, review surveys, we examine the landscape, and we see what's required for all our members, whether seasoned or new. And Petya is right. We're really trying to provide more for our student members and more for our new immigration consultants, because I think if you look at the data, I think something like 85% or 80% of new consultants of the 13,400 have less than 5 years experience. So we try to bring in topics that are relevant for everybody, whether seasoned or new. And we're just starting to look at education for 2024. Believe it or not, even though we're 6 months out from 2024, we're always open to new ideas and suggestions. So put your ideas in the chat, and I'll put my email out there for you too. So as said, CPD education is key for immigration consultants, and it's key for CAPIC. While 16 hours is mandated, we know that that's simply not enough. We're always learning in a field that is so dynamic and ever-changing. Corbin, Corbin, are you sharing our slides, by the way?
I am, yes.
Okay.
The first one.
Okay, so here's the first slide, and you can kind of see some data here and a little bit of information and the type of events. And Lucia is going to speak to that in a minute. But Corbin, if you could go to the next slide. Oh, no, we must remove that. Sorry, that's okay. Don't worry. Just go back to the original slide. Well, 16 hours is not enough. We provide more than that. In last CPD year, from July 2022 to July 2023, we had nearly 100 CPD hours with close to 60 in the bundle. I hope you all have the CPD bundle. It's $1. Once you join CAPIC, you pay an additional $1 and you buy the bundle, because within that, you'll get up to 60 CPD hours within the calendar year. And they're going to be a variety of events, different styles. So it's really, really important for you to use that as a tool. This year alone, from January to now, we have 46. So we can expect at least another 25 hours just to come through, probably within the bundle alone. Our events range from program updates to deep dives to case studies to scenarios to hands-on sessions and open Q&A. But we know it's not just about the immigration content. That's critical, but it's also about supporting yourself in business and just managing yourself throughout the process. That's why you'll see sessions like on mental health, or how to manage toxic clients, or how to even get business, how to market. I want you to check out our past What Now series, where we talk about all kinds of things, all kinds of ways to support a newcomer in business. In early September, we're starting a new series called Let's Get Down to Business. So on September 5th, watch for a session on business fundamentals. Around the panel, you'll have seasoned practitioners, but also new practitioners, so you can hear their stories and their tips. And we're going to have another one on September 21st called Using AI to Leverage Your Business. Those are just two in the start of that business series. Along with that, we run some prep courses for both the Entry to Practice exam and IRB. We just ran an RBI prep exam we just finished last week, and we've got some more coming up. So stay tuned for those. Our goal is to support you throughout the process and in your journey. At the end of the day, we like to think we're a family and that you're never alone. That's really in a nutshell about education, but along with that comes connection, networking, and support. I've got so much more to say, but I want you to check out what's ahead. Check out what's on our website, check out what we've done, and check out about what's to come. But don't be shy. What's important to know is that you matter and that you're not alone. I'm going to hand this over to Lucia now, who I work in tandem with. She and Corbin work on the logistics, but we really are deep in each other's pockets. And as we go forward, we might flip back and forth to each other. So Lucia, over to you.
Hi, everyone. Thank you, Monica. So my name is Lucia Haggard, and I'm the event manager here at CAPIC. I am originally from Colombia. And a fun fact, I performed in a musical for 7 years. So lots of singing and dancing in my past life, which was exciting. As Monica said, we run a lot of events and not just CPD. CPDs it's one of our biggest portion of the event kind of category within the events department, but we also have anywhere from workshops, specialized workshops. We participate in immigrant fairs as my consultant. We have a lot of lunch and learns, DLIs, which I think Ziad, my colleague Ziad, will talk a little bit about those. KP Cafe, social events, and even sponsor events, because under our umbrella, we also cover the sponsorship, which comes with the NCIC. So there's always changing. We're always adding something new. We try to be, you know, as COVID kind of it is dying down in a way that is more now neutralized within the world. We are trying to be in person in every region. So you must have seen us in person. We just had an in-person event in Halifax last Friday, which is a complete success. And we just try to do this, not just to make sure that we are working on a regular basis. We do the lunch and learns, which are also across the country, which is also a good opportunity for you guys to network on a personal level. And if you can, Corbin, if you can, oh, the one thing I was going to say about the events, all events are recorded. So when you register for an event, and I think Anna kind of touched a little bit on that, but when you attend an event, it is recorded, so you can go back and watch the video anytime. So that's just for you guys to know. The NCIC, that is one of the biggest event that we cover in the Education and Events Department. It is our national conference, and as you can imagine, because we are a national association, our conference travels from east to west on an annual basis. We just wrapped up in June our conference in Winnipeg this year, and we are in amazing Halifax next year. So stay tuned if you are interested in attending the NCIC. Is obviously an opportunity for you to gather your 16-hour plus of CPD hours, but also the networking piece is huge because you can be hanging out with a lot of seasoned RCICs and new RCICs or new members, as a few of you today. So it is a great opportunity to network, to learn, just get a lot of knowledge and practical tips from all our panelists. This is a 2-day event with a pre-conference on the day before. We also have a gala, which is for this year, or sorry, for next year. It will be at Pier 21, which is the Museum of Immigration, which is an amazing place. In terms of the NCIC, we run it on a hybrid basis. So we have about 400 people attending in person, and anywhere from 200 to 250 people attending via webinar. And as I mentioned, with all our events, they are recorded. So you will get a chance to, if you register for the NCIC, you get a chance to go back and watch the videos. This is not part of the bundle. This is a completely sole event as part of the event, but it's highly recommended. And it's always fun because we get to travel across the country and we get to see new things. And this is basically an experience. We also get to do a little bit of tourism, and we promote it in a way that people, before they come in, they know where to visit. So that is on the NCIC. And I think that's it for me in terms of events. As Monica said, Monica, Corbin, and myself work close together, although we are very far apart. I'm in Vancouver, and both Monica and Corbin are in Ontario, although very, very far from each other. We work together, and so if you ever have any questions, we are very open to all the questions, email or tickets or anything, so just let us know. I just see a question: can students volunteer? Kind of volunteer jobs we can do. So the conference is huge for volunteering. If that's what you're interested in doing, we always are welcoming volunteers to help out with, you know, at the registration table, or just be on the floor, gathering people and trying to get people in the rooms, and things like that. So there's a variety of things. So thank you for that question. And now I'm gonna let the floor to Corbin.
Awesome. Thank you, Lucia. Hi, everyone. My name is Corbin Peter. I am CAPIC's Assistant Event Coordinator. A fun fact about me, for lack of other ones coming to my brain right now, I once bumped into Prince Harry while in France. So I'll leave it at that. But as you can see on this screen, CAPIC has had a lot of change recently, and I know a lot of you are new to CAPIC, which we're very excited about. But the one thing that always is constant is change, and CAPIC knows that, CAPIC understands that, and some of the things that we are proud to have refreshed in the past year, as you can see on the screen. The first off are our new fresh designs. So if you go to our seminar and registration page on CAPIC Connect, you will be greeted by a bunch of new designs, one of which are our many new CAPIC event cards, as you can see there. So we have things like seminars, summit series, workshop, NCIC. These are all cards, graphics on the cards that you can easily see what type of event it is without having to open up the new window and looking through all the different pages and things like that. So for instance, as you can see how many CPD hours are either requested or approved for an event. You can see what the event is. As I said, is it a workshop? Is it a seminar? Is it a seminar bundle? All of that is clearly displayed on the event cards. And then the last but not least, there's little people icons, which are a little small, but you can see who is able to register. So red is non-member, the gray with the little hat is student member, blue is regular member, and the yellow goldish is gold member. So that way you can tell if you are eligible to register for that event or not, pending on what tier of CAPIC member you are. Another thing that we're very happy about is we're elevating our events. Our events are always improving, always getting better, thanks to, as you saw, Lucia, Monica, and our Education and Training Committee. One of the things that came out of our 2022 into 2023 season was our Summit Series, which is an elevated seminar, which essentially is a seminar twofold. It's a great series that is not finished yet. So if you haven't already seen the first two, you can go back and watch the recordings as Lucia referenced, and we have two more coming before the end of 2023, one of which may or may not be in person. So I won't tease you too much about that, but Summit Series is certainly something that we're very proud of in 2023. And as I said, we're looking forward to even pushing the envelope moving into 2024. Another thing that we brought back in 2023 are our lunch and learns. Obviously, the pandemic unfortunately put a damper on in-person events. However, we're not only going to more and more cities, provinces throughout the country to do seminars and workshops, we're also doing littler events, more networking style events. And the Lunch and Learn was a huge success earlier this spring. We're hoping to do another round of them either in the fall or the summer. And a Lunch and Learn is essentially a close group of consultants, probably around 30 for registration, come together at a restaurant that CAPIC chooses, and we have a few volunteers that kind of help make sure that the topic stays on immigration and consulting. And essentially, it's free roam from there. Everyone can discuss. You can be a little more casual than maybe your, say, CAPIC seminar or workshop. So it's a great get-together type networking event that we put on that has been a huge benefit to our members, and we've had only positive things about it. I can go on for days about all the things that CAPIC is doing this year to, as I keep saying, refresh and kind of rejuvenate itself, so that way it's fresh for new members like you as well as old members alike. But I'm going to leave it there for now. I'm going to hand it back over to Monica, and she's going to once again go through some of what we can look forward to in the later half of 2023. Thank you.
Thanks, Corbin. Okay, so yes, so Corbin spoke to a Summit Series. Our next one, I believe, will be October 25th in Vancouver, and then we'll finish out the year with a couple more. We're rolling out our next French seminar on September 19th with one in October 30th, and then December 1st in person, followed by a Christmas party for those in the Quebec region. So what we have a lot of events coming up right at the end of the month and through September. On August 31st, we have, so just put your hand up if you are overwhelmed at all the policy updates by IRCC that have come through in June and July. Are you overwhelmed on them? It's crazy. So we're going to recap those for you, and we're going to talk about some of the impact that you may have for your clients. We've got a wonderful presenter. Her name is Katerina Midavani. It's kind of an area that she's really good at, and she's going to be presenting all the way from Hawaii. So watch for that on August 31st. Unfortunately, it's not in person. This one's virtual. So she'll be in Hawaii and the rest of us will be in our office chairs. On September 5th, we have, refresh my memory, what is that? That is the first one in our Let's Get Down to Business series. And this is fundamentals. It's fundamentals that you need to start your business and fundamentals to stay in business. And I'll tell you how this came around. There's a colleague of mine who's suffering from some challenges and is ascertaining how they can continue to manage within their business while these challenges are occurring. So we thought it would be a great opportunity to make sure you've got essentials in place when you start your business and as you're going through these businesses so that you can handle these challenges when they happen to you. And then we've got part 2 in that series coming September 21st. It's leveraging AI for your business. And this is an offshoot of a presentation done by Burju Akoil at the NCAC, where she talked about ChatGPT and other AI programs, how you can use. It's an incredible session, and her time there was only half an hour. We've got an hour and a half with her, so she's very excited about this. So that is one that you do not want to miss. And then we're going to roll out another one in part 3 on scaling your business and maintaining your professionalism throughout all that. So watch for those. September 6th, we have, we're starting a series called Ask Me. So this one's on Ask Me H&C. It's going to be 4 case scenarios. You're going to learn about H&C through these scenarios, the fundamentals, asking the right questions, managing your clients, the process, and what to do when the file goes off the rails in terms of an H&C. We've got on September 14th, I have a new speaker. And if you're familiar with IMMeFile, there's a gentleman named TJ Kieran, and he answers a lot of questions on students and on refusals. And he came to me and he said, Monica, I want to do something because I feel like CAPIC members maybe are missing some fundamental tips. But as added to that, he's going to give you, he calls them housekeeping skills, but I call them essential skills. So I've never had him on the podium. He's got lots to say, so I think that will be exciting. And September 21st, we've got that session with Burju. And we'll leave it at that. We've got some more coming through the rest of the year. September 7th, we're hoping to do a 6-hour condensed EPE review. And then we'll bring our longer course back later in the fall. Burju, Corbin or Lucia, do you want to add to that at all?
I just want to answer one of the questions that I just, Lita asked, you will receive any notifications or emails regarding these events? Yes, you will. We have something going out on every Thursday called the Education Blasts, and all the events upcoming or even past events will be there. So you will be notified when new events are coming up. As they get open within the system, they will be promoted.
Corbin, do you want to just share your screen and show them where the events go?
Yeah, and then we're going to show them some other things quickly here. Before we do that, we have our contact information. So you have Lucia's, Monica's, my own. Feel free to reach out to us if you have any questions, comments, or concerns. We're always happy to shoot an email back and help resolve some issues. But let me stop sharing and put it on to our CAPIC Connect. All right. Here we are. So I'll quickly show where you go for events, and then I think Monica is going to show us some things as well. So you're on your dashboard here. This is just a test account, obviously. And we want to go to our seminars on the top little toolbar here. You click down, you have a bunch of options, but for right now, we're just going to worry about seminars and registration. You click on that, page loads. And here we are visited with a bundle package. So as Monica said, it's a great deal, only $1. If you haven't already, we highly suggest and recommend it. But if you're just looking for an event, you can scroll down. And as I said, you're greeted by the lovely event cards here with the titles, the dates, the CPD hours, and a little write-up. If you want to go and learn more about an event, you simply click on it, it loads, and this pop-up window will appear, and it kind of gives you more information. So as I said, title, description, date and time. You can click more info, pricing as well. More info has the pricing, CPD hours, and you can also view the speakers associated with the event. And you can click on it, view profile, to see more about those speakers, to get to know them a little bit before the event. You can also filter everything by going through category. So if you're looking for an NCIC or a lunch and learn or a workshop, you can simply filter that. Mode of attendance, in-person, webinar, video, very handy for in-person events. So you aren't registering for an event in BC when you live in Quebec. And last but not least, we obviously are a bilingual organization. We have English and French events as well. As I said, it's a very, very easy process to register. You click on the event card, it loads. That one's sold out, so that was a bad example. You click on an event card and you click register now. You will then go through a little form, typing in your credit card information, and you will then be registered for an event. And if you want to go find that event, you will then go to your, one second, I'm going to stop sharing quickly. But essentially, when you want to go and find your event, you simply go back to your dashboard on CAPIC Connect, as I will show you in a second here. There we are. You come back to your dashboard and then you go to My CPD Programs. And as you can see, it will tally up all the CPD hours that you have. Obviously, this is a test account, 0 CPD hours. You click on it and all your events will pop up here. It will look just like the event card, except when you click on it, it will have either your webinar information or video information, depending on what type of event you click on. So that is where I finish up my stuff. I know Monica wanted to share some things in regards to what members can look for on their dashboard, so I'll hand it back over to Monica.
Yeah, Corbin, if you can just continue sharing your screen. That's the test account, right?
It is, yes.
Okay, can you go back up into services under more? And so you probably wonder, well, maybe you don't, but where do events go when they're done, when CPD hours have expired? We don't get rid of them. They go into something called the Education Corner, the Education Cloud. So you could find this by just going to the IMME Center, which is a repository of a whole bunch of resources. I will tell you it's been reorganized, but we just want to quickly show you this. So let's say you're looking for something on rehabilitation or temporary resident permits, and you're looking for something, and maybe we don't have anything that's current. You want to go back in. So if you go, you'll go in there, you'll click IMME Center, click I accept, and just go to the Education Corner. And right there, you'll find events going back to 2018. These are all bundle events going back to 2018. So there you could find something that's of relevance to you. The one thing that we say is there's no CPD hours. We just want you to make sure that you do your own due diligence to make it sure the information you're gaining is still valid. Like TRPs and ARCs and criminal inadmissibility, that kind of information hasn't really changed that much over the last few years. For example, you probably wouldn't go look at something on maybe TRVs, maybe because we've had a lot of new updated policies, but that's a great place to go look for something. Or if you're just have time, maybe you're a newer consultant and you want to continue to learn, you can go here and find things. Now the presentations are not there, but if you are there and you're wanting to access the material, just reach out to us and we'll forward that to you. And the other thing, I'm not sure what Anna, you're doing for extra services, but I'm not going to go into it in depth, but while you're here, you can also go look at those other tabs there. And if you also look at, say, the Knowledge Cloud, click on that. In there, you'll find a whole bunch of other resources. This is where we put our stakeholder notes, we put our ATIPs, we put a whole bunch of other resources where you can find anything that may be of relevance to you. This is also going through a whole reorg. And at some point, I think when we come back, we'll spend more time and show you how to find information. There's a search tab up there where you can look. But generally in our informs, if a lot of it, you're directed a lot back here for a lot of the material, and we'll give you a direct link. But that's just a quick snapshot of what's available there. There you'll see our IMME Legal. We have a new magazine that's published quarterly, and we have a new area that we're going to do some case law analysis and breakdown. There's nothing in there right now, but that's coming up. So I think from our end, we're done unless Corbin and Lucia have something to add.
So without further ado, I'd like to introduce Ziad Gantus, our Business Development Coordinator, who is CAPIC member since 2014, RCIC since 2016, and he's passionate about business growth while providing quality services and products which are applicable to the RCIC practice that he's running, and also to EPP program that he's running for CAPIC. So welcome, Ziad. Let me know if you have a problem sharing your slides.
Yes, thank you, Anna. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I will be sharing the slides. Just one moment. Hello, everyone. My name is Ziad Gantus, and I'm the Business Development Coordinator for the Program Application Partner Program. So briefly, I do have some slides for you, but I'm going to resume it for you to make it a bit more interactive. With regards to what exactly is the Education Partner Program and why is it introduced by CAPIC. So the EPP that we call Education Partner Program has been introduced since 2019 to its members. Basically what it is that we want to help our members to grow their business. And to do so, we have taken on our shoulders to sign in some agreements with designated learning institutes. Mainly that offers all the programs for your international students, whether it's going to be on a university level, college level, and even K-12 level. So by doing that, we are helping you and assisting you growing your business and putting your time and effort on recruiting the international students and not on signing agreements with the actual institutions. So we would do that from our end, and by doing so, we have introduced a portal that we have since 2019 that we're actually adding some new information to it, so we can make it even more user-friendly, so you could use it and have a fast access to the province you want to send your students to and the program you want to register your students to. So with regards to that, once you're a CAPIC member, you have automatically access to join the EPP program by viewing the tutorial that we have on our link, and second of all, signing an agreement, which is a free agreement, obviously. But since it's a different agreement for this particular program, you have to sign that agreement and accept the bylaws of that particular agreement. So if you're an RCIC in good standing, if you're a member of CAPIC, the EPP information is available on the CAPIC Connect website. All you need to do, watch the tutorial, sign the agreement, and send it to us, and you're good to go. With regards to the marketing aspect of it, so there's minimal training to do with regards to the actual program. We are introducing more and more schools as we go along. We have over 45 schools at this moment on our link that you have access to, most likely all across, more likely on the west side of the country. As I mentioned, we are increasing that as we go along with regards to this particular program on a monthly basis. So what exactly can that do for you with regards to the EPP is, as I mentioned, is that to shorten the process and for you to emphasize more on recruiting the international student and getting paid a commission for that particular recruitment that you've done through our program. Now, most of you are maybe new to CAPIC, and maybe you don't have an agreement yet with any DLIs. So that it's a great opportunity for you right now to get to know the program. And if you wish to have more information with regards to that, you could either email me. My email is on that particular link on the EPP link on the CAPIC Connect for more information on how the process would work, on more technicality and how our portal would work. To what extent do you have to, within the process of sending the admission to the actual institution, do you have to send it? Do we have to send it? All that is going to be detailed for you depending on the institution you want to enroll your student on. So the basic of the EPP is a win-win situation on the both levels. On the DLI side, so we actually are able to diversify their classes by recruiting international students from our end. They have access to professionalism with regards to us being regulated consultants. So they know that we are bound by the ethics of the college. And they know also that we establish a relationship with our students. It's not simply a transaction where you get paid a commission, but as you know, once you recruit an international student, the next thing you know, he would want to apply for a work permit. The next thing you know, maybe he's going to apply for his permanent residence. Maybe he would want to sponsor a relative, somebody in the family, and to bringing all the way to the citizenship. So as I mentioned, it's a relationship that we establish. So the schools, when I present myself as a CAPIC member, they know that we have a relationship with our students and we are there to stay on the long term. It's not simply a transaction like any other agent that's only recruiting students and getting paid a commission. Wouldn't want to go into the specs of the actual portal that we have at this moment, but should any of you have any questions on the process that we work upon, and if there's any cost and how that would work within your CAPIC membership. And if there's any questions, I'm ready to listen to them. Or Anna?
Sorry, I was muted. We have a question, Ziad. Do you host any more session where we could learn more about EPP?
The actual sessions right now, most of the information that's very high level with regards to EPP is in the tutorial that's mainly on the process of the actual portal. But we can have a one-on-one if you wish. And if I see that there's a volume with regards to this particular demand, we can certainly present with the communication team a monthly event that we can have a session with questions and answers on exactly what's the process. But mainly it's how I explained it at the beginning. So once you're an CAPIC member, you can become an EPP member. And once that is done, the only information that you need to know is on a particular DLI and the program that you need to register your students, what exactly are the information that you need to upload so that we can process the admission to that particular institution. Once that is done, the information is sent to that school. And once we receive the letter of acceptance, you are informed as a member that we have received the letter of acceptance. Once you have started the immigration process with your student and your student is in class, then we would, depending on the institution, receive that commission as CAPIC, and we would invoice that member 100% of that commission.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Ziad. There are some questions on link to the tutorial, and maybe I just can quickly share the again, it's your portal, as you can see. Apologize. Okay, I just want to quickly show where they can find. So it's again, all services available from your dashboard. Once you click on Education Partner Program, there's plenty of information, as Ziad mentioned. So they have tutorials. I believe these are the links, and frequently asked questions. So this is the first area for anybody who's interested, and contact details right here. Right, Ziad, they can reach out to you by email or by phone number, and epp@capic.ca as well, general email.
Perfect. I think there's a question with regards to the link of EPP. So I think Anna just demonstrated exactly where is the EPP link in the CAPIC Connect. But if someone would want it, Anna, if you would want to copy maybe this particular link and put it in the chat for those who would want to go exactly to that link.
For sure. Okay, well, thank you, Ziad, for your great presentation. I see a lot of interest, so that's important. And then we'll connect and answer individually all the.
Just before I let you go
yes.
on, I just want to answer a particular question, if you
Yes,
don't mind.
sure, go ahead.
Chat. There's a question concerning, does the DLI give any preferences to EPP over agents in terms of time response? And the answer is obviously no. There's no priority because we're called CAPIC. The only thing that I would suspect that there's human beings at the end of that particular screen that or the contact that we have at a DLI. When we go in as CAPIC, obviously we have an X amount of members that are using this particular service and might be recruiting international students versus a one-on-one member with the institution. So once we call in as CAPIC, we already have that credibility of being professional and working with the ethics of being part of the College of Immigration.
Thank you, Ziad. I appreciate your presentation. Thank you so much for joining. I apologize, we're going a little bit over. If you have to leave, please note that the session will be recorded and available for viewing. So thank you for staying a little over. I'm just gonna share quickly and mention a couple of other services, and then we can wrap it up. And please add your questions at the end in the chat. Okay, so just a few things that we didn't have time and we're not covering in this session, but it's important to know about those options. Again, IMMeFile, we have a question on that. So this is a software management application tool. It's included with your membership, and it has plenty of options. The separate session needed to go through all the features available. The important thing, you still need to sign up, even though it's included with your membership, but you need to sign up for it separately. So you click on IMMeFile under services, you provide all this required information, verify your wallet, there will be no charge on your card, and then you can start exploring it, using it for your client files, and you can also see what's new coming up in IMMeFile. Our IT coordinator Alex Chan, working with the working group on IMMeFile updates, and they revamping and adding new features. As any technology, need constant investment and updates, so that's what they're doing. And they also have separate onboarding session for IMMeFile in works, so please stay tuned for those. They're coming up very shortly. And just a few things I wanted to mention under services. You can access ebooks, and let's see. So the history of Canadian immigration consulting, the profession that you chose, there's a book about it. You can read it to provide information to your clients, to somebody who's interested about the industry. This is available for free, and then you can also purchase hard copy book under CAPIC Boutique with member discount for your office, again for your clients, and show them which industry you belong to and what kind of history it has. And just quickly, last thing I want to show you is what we call the affinity partners. So these are discounts for different services. It doesn't have to be professional related. It could be personal expenses, but it's something that CAPIC does, go into different organizations and negotiating discounts on behalf of entire membership base. So right now we're offering health and dental insurance, surety bond for those provinces where it's required, such as British Columbia, Saskatchewan, Nova Scotia, and Alberta. And we also have Good Life Fitness discount. It's a small saving. I believe they're offering 25% on all their packages to CAPIC members right now. And you can sign up to 2 family members with that discount. So a little saving, and we doing a lot of work there to expand those lists. So again, stay tuned for new affinity programs and discounts coming, and it will be all posted here. To sign up, it's very easy. You submit the application or apply for a quote right from your CAPIC Connect profile. So that will conclude our session. Thank you so much for joining. It was a pleasure to have you and introduce our services very quickly. We'll have the recording available, and we're all looking forward to see you in further sessions and volunteering and get connected with you. Thank you so much.